Hello Flosstube world, I'm Leanne and Morgana Stitchy Moon 75 is my channel, and I talk about predominantly cross stitch. Sometimes there'll be some other craft thrown in there, but it will mostly be cross stitch or cross stitch related. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. If you like what you see, hit subscribe or hit like and subscribe and the little bell, and you'll get updates when I do my videos, which is usually fortnightly. That seems to be working for now. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I always appreciate it. And I have to say thank you so much to everyone for my birthday love. I really appreciated it. It's nice to feel special one day a year. Wow, where do I start? I have haul. I have 2 whips. Because May being Mania month, I've sort of stuck to 2. I realised after I'd said I was doing a monogamous stitch, I couldn't actually stitch my Halloween Quaker at night. I was having a lot of trouble just with lighting and all the things. So I decided at night I would do my Lisa Parker, The Witching Hour, and through the day, my main focus, and as long as my light lasts, I'm doing the Lila Studio Halloween Quaker, which I turned into a birthday sale for me. So I will start, because this is up here, I'll start with the Lisa Parker. So it's on 18 count magic grid, and sorry, I'll just grab the pattern out. I'm really enjoying stitching this, and I actually call it Loki's piece. Loki's my very spoiled, very loved, cheeky, mischievous little black cat. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen he was sneaking around helping my daughter decorate the winter tree this week. I saw Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. She does a season tree and decorates it for all the things through the year. I didn't do, I keep to the seasons. So I'm not doing, like, you know, St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day, Australia Day, etc. So it's just been the seasons, which has been fun doing it with the kids. But anyway, back to my Witching Hour. And so this, for those of you that haven't followed me before, this is what I'm doing. I've only made a little bit of progress in the corner. I got it right today. In the corner, just sort of this section here, getting on over, so about here. So I've still got a way to finish the top with my Doctor Who TARDIS needle minder from Crafty Leanie. She's been great, which, I'll get to that in a second. So I'm enjoying doing this, and I haven't progressed as much as I would like, but as I said, I'm only doing this at night as my lighting is better where I have this frame set up. And my frame, by the way, was like $46 off eBay. It was rough. My son had to sand it, but for $46, no complaints. I absolutely love it, and it makes life so much easier. There's also a highlighter little spot, yeah, so which is good. And yes, Lisa Parker, so it's going to be quite a big one. It's my first and so far my only Haid, or for Heaven and Earth Designs, for those that are new. I absolutely love working on this, and hopefully somewhere in the next 10 years it will get finished. It's a lot bigger than what I expected, because I couldn't read the measurements. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's actually, I think by the time I finish, I'm going to have done about 300,000 stitches. 300,000, yeah. So yeah, it's my my ongoing forever whip. I haven't worked on any of my other whips this week, so I'm not going to show you those. I will show you where I'm at with my Quaker. So what happened was I ordered fabric. I absolutely loved the colour, but the problem ended up being the colour just wasn't quite right, but I thought I've got it now, I'll just keep stitching on it. And then I realised I actually miscalculated again. Like I did the same thing with my Plague Doctor. In my previous video you'll see that I had the plague, sorry for all the rustling too, by the way. I had the Plague Doctor. I don't know what I did with that. I just totally miscalculated. And then I did the same thing with my Lila's, with my Halloween Quaker. And I realized what I did was I didn't account for, because I'm doing it on, or I was doing it on even weave, so 28 count even weave. But I didn't account for the fact that I had to actually do it over 2. So yes, so this is what I'm doing. My Lila's Studio Halloween Quaker. I saw Nicole from Divana Lee Designs, and she was doing hers, and she has a stitch with me on Monday mornings at 10 a.m. So if you're interested in watching her, I'll link that down below. But she stitches mostly on, well, she stitches on this on a Monday, and I was watching her, and then I saw her in a Brisbane cross stitches meetup, and I just fell in love with it, so I had to have it. So I decided for my birthday this was my present to me, and this was what I did. And I started a sale, so anyone who wants to join, if you're doing something moon related or whatever you want to do, join along. I'll put the hashtag down below, but it's Morgana Moon. No, it's not. Sorry. It's Morgana's birthday sale, and I'll link that below. And so we're joined by, sorry, I'm looking at my notes now. So we've got Gail Phillips from, she's Ms. Stitch 01 on Instagram. Not Just Hooked on Instagram. Karis, she also has, sorry, Gail and Karis both have their own floss tubes. I'll put them down below. And she's Chicken Stitch, and we have Crafted by Juliet. So they're all joined me on my sale. So thank you for that, ladies. I do appreciate that. And as I said, Gail Phillips and Karis, Chicken Stitch, both have floss tubes. So definitely check them out. They have beautiful work. So yeah, definitely go stop by their place and have a look. So I started, this was what I wanted. The call for is Murky from Picture This Plus, but I've gone with, I started with a, it's a custom color, so it's blues and purples from Crafty Leanie, and she's local in Brisbane. So this was what, it's pretty, I think pretty perfect on the colors. So this was as far as I got when I realized it wasn't going to fit. So I went into panic, and I was doing so I continued stitching anyway, because I'll use these bits for little other things, I guess. But I panicked because it wasn't going to fit. So I messaged Crafty Leanie, and Pauline was amazing. She was actually in the process of doing a die batch on the 28 count, and the colour is, my apologies, sorry, the colour is Goggles. So a different colour. So, whoops, that's, where are we? Crafty Leanie. And she is on Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook. Yes. So the colour she did was perfect. So it's more a greeny greys and sort of kind of a teal, which I absolutely have loved. And so now I've decided this was the perfect colour. So I've restarted. This is where I'm at. So I got the fabric, must have been Wednesday. So this is all I've managed to get done this week. I was hoping to sort of be a bit further ahead than I am now, but I'm doing Mania as a monogamous Mania. So this is my first Mania. So this has been good for me to be able to just work it as a monogamous piece. And so I've stitched every day, even though I've restarted. I've still been stitching. So, which is good, you know, I'm enjoying it. And I've used all the called fors except for, I've taken out the bamboo, which was, sorry, DMC. I've kitted it up in DMC. So I've taken out the bamboo, which is, I think, I can't remember what brand that was, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I've put, instead of that, I am using silver petite treasure braid. I think it's petite treasure braid, silver thread, and a Krynic, I'm not quite sure how you say it, but in glow in the dark. So I'll put both of them down below anyway. And they, yeah, so the glow in dark will be for the ghosts. Sorry, I've dropped my pattern again. Has been for the ghosts, and the moon will be in the silver. So that's what I'll be doing for those. They're the only changes. And obviously the fabric choice is different to the called for colour. I know Gail is doing it on the murky, and it looks absolutely fabulous. So, and Karis is doing one from Our Forestry. I think that's it. It's Sun and Moon. It's gorgeous. And sorry, yeah. Anyway, have a look at the sale on with the hashtag on Instagram, and they're there. I know Crafted by Juliet and Not Just Hooked, Not Just Hooked, can't read my writing, are doing it as well. So definitely have a look. And just as a side note, my kids for Christmas, we have an elf that stops by, and he bought the kids little jars of Nutella. They make the perfect Haute jar. So I've now got 3 of them. So, and they just, all my little threads just fit in there, and they fit in my, you know, my project bags nice and easily. So I just thought I'd tell you that because it popped out. Now I'll do my haul. Oh, sorry. And that one I'm doing is the Lila Studio is on my Halloween Quaker 28 count as well. So I like the 28 count even weave. I seem to be able to work with that. It's a nice fabric. I have to practice more on the linen, but because at the moment I'm just focusing on these two, that's all that has been done. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a sip of my coffee. So this fortnight I got from Nicole at Journey of a Stitcher. I again was seeing, I'd seen a few people doing Halloween at Hawk Run, and I think Lindy Stitches, I think, was who I saw do it ages ago. Possibly not, I can't remember, but I was, yeah, anyway, I saw this, and then I saw Nicole from Divana Lee was collecting the whole lot of the Hawk Run hollows. So I think there's 10 or 11, no, it must be an even number, so I think it's 10 or 12 in the series. So I I had taken a shine to Autumn at Hawk Run, which is I showed last fortnight, last video. And then this week, Halloween at Hawk Run came. Now this one is my ultimate favourite. So absolutely love this. And these, I don't know, I don't know if I'm going to do all of them because it's a massive, I think, yeah, it's a massive task. There must be 10 actually, because I know Nicole set herself a 10-year goal to finish them. So I think I'll do the seasons, Halloween and Christmas, and I'll see how I go from there. I am a bit of a slow stitcher. I'm a shocking finisher. I seem to, yeah, I sort of get too excited for the next project and do it. I had also said this year I was not buying any more charts. I was stitching from my stash. I lied. I think that lasted all of a week. And then I bought something and I saw something and I had to have it. So I'm not going to say that again. But I think I collect patterns as much as I enjoy stitching. So, and I think the Hawk Run series is probably going to add to that collection because I absolutely love them. And I think, you know, they're just something, at least if I have them, then I have the option to stitch them. So, and if I don't stitch them, that's okay. But I, was worried about them going out of print, especially the Halloween. I don't think they ever would, or at least not for a while, because they're pretty popular. So, and I've got another one coming from Nicole, and that's, I can't say it. It's they're Nimue. I can't remember, but when that one comes, it's currently, I think, stuck in France, so we'll see. But this morning, my other haul, yes, so that's all I had. Yeah, my other haul, I was just a spare of the moment. Now, I've only ever done this once before, and I did it with a long dog sampler, the Anzac one, because my husband is part New Zealander, or his mum's a Kiwi, and he was born here. But so it sort of tied us together, you know, the Aussie connection. And so I put it out to my mother-in-law, and she seemed keen for me to stitch it for her as well. So we'll see. But my point to this story was that I was lying in bed one night and someone had posted this, and I thought it was a fantastic one, and I really liked the idea of doing it for both our families. Then this morning I was lying in bed and someone had put up in one of my many cross stitch groups a pattern that they'd been searching for, and they found it, and it's done by a Russian lady, and I cannot remember her name. I think it was, I will put it down. I'm just, sorry, checking my notes, and I didn't write it, of course. So I will put it down below, but this, I don't know if you see it. So it's a little, I don't even know what you call them, like motif, maybe? It's not little. So it's 176 by 176 stitches. And it's all in Russian, but I don't need the instructions to do it. You can print off a legend in, so I got the PDF for it. So the legend comes in English, and it's not unfortunately my printer's not so good, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I'm not so keen on the spiders. I don't like spiders. I don't like little ones. I don't like any. I just don't like them at all. I actually may not stitch that and just leave it because it's got the 4 bats. I am worried if I leave it out without the spiders, it might look a bit weird. So I think I'll worry about that when I come to it. So I'll stitch it up, maybe leave the spiders last. They're just creepy. Just can't do them. I think in one of my earlier episodes, I had a spider on me, and for the rest of the night, I was just like, It's still there. I can feel it. They're just horrible. Yuck. Anyway, so that was my only haul this week. And I am still waiting on my magnets to come from, I don't think I'll ever get them. I think they're coming from China. So I'm pretty sure everything out of China is just stopped. So obviously for now. So I don't know. I'll have to have a look and see if there's any that I can get in Australia to make my little needle minders. Not a big priority, but anyway. So I was also looking, they had, they being, you know, people in the floss tubes and what have you, with all their little, you know, scissor fobs and what have you. So I thought I might give it a crack at making my own. My sister does in her spare time make jewelry. And I have a couple of, so these were my absolute favorite earring. Actually, I had two sets. This set and this set, as you can see, they're a bit manky at the moment. So moonstones, and the other one's a garnet. So I absolutely love both of those stones, and they ended up losing their pairs. So I thought, oh, I might see if I can get her to make me some little scissor fobs. Not that I really need them, but I thought they were cute, and it's a good use for the stones that I have. And while I was thinking about that, I came across, so I had a friend when I was in Melbourne, we used to spend our Friday nights watching vampires. Sorry, Vampire Diaries, True Blood, all of that. And I came across this when I was unpacking. So I'm a Damon fan, and she kindly put on it my true title. So I thought I might somehow tweak that and put that as a, just, I don't know, maybe on my Halloween Quaker bag, just as a zipper pull. I don't know. I thought that would be cute, because, well, not cute, but, you know, fun. So that's it for my haul. What I'll do now is I'm just going to do the winner for Fancy Blackett. If you, oh, sorry, here she is hiding. So if you remember last fortnight, it was my birthday. So I decided I absolutely love Fancy Blackett, and I love her so much. She is just the cutest little witch. And I asked everyone to say who their favourite witches were and why. And I had some great responses. And I was going to pick one as a winner. So I will post this anywhere in the world. And if you are overseas, post at the moment. It's a bit slow, but it will make it to you. So there were 10 all up that, sorry, I'm just, passcodes. Okay, and it is number 7. So on my list, it's Chicken Stitch, Caris. So who actually, I think in her comment, mentioned, you know, she liked Fancy Blackett. So my favourite witch is, I think so hard, there's so many. I don't know if any of you have read the David Eddings series, the Belgariad series. In there's Polgara. She's a sorceress. I don't know if you consider her a witch, but I think she would be my favorite. She's wise. She's got the mystique going on. She's just the person everybody turns to, and I love her. Obviously the Owen sisters and the Sanderson sisters, of course. There's, yeah, just many. And so thank you everybody for your comments and your birthday love and telling me who your witches were. And Karis, I will get you to email me. So I'll put my email down below. I know we have chatted over Instagram, so if you're comfortable sending me a message there, that's fine too. But this is all yours. So congratulations. And thank you to everybody for coming back, for my return subscribers, for new people. I hope you like it enough to hit like and subscribe. And I will see you again in the next fortnight. And if you're doing Mania, keep stitching, have a lot of fun and stay safe. Bye.